Hey everybody, welcome back. True Jiu-Jitsu, Coach Daniel, joined by Coach Angela. Now we're looking at getting the single leg off of the underhook. And keep in mind, even though that we are wearing the gi, you don't always have to use the gi, right? My grips get wore out from using lapels. I go to underhooks and overhooks all the time. The reason why we want to show it in the gi is because our blue belt test is performed in the gi, even though we ask for no gi variations. So with the grips, you can do many different things in there. But we also want to know that you can do things without the grips, right? People don't walk around in hoodies and jackets normally year round. So just what are we doing and what is the reason behind what we're doing? So two ways that I get the underhook on a regular basis. Number one is I'll get a hold of the lapel. And like I said, there's a big difference between making a connection and making a grip. This is a connection, this is a grip. Whenever I have tension behind it or intention, that's when I'm getting a grip, right? Big thing to remember is anytime I have a hold of the lapel, if I push my elbow in, I have inside position. My elbow is between both of her elbows. So anytime that I want to get an underhook with this, I can push my elbow in, windshield wiper around, and I can get a deep underhook. So that's one way that we can work to get the underhook. I use that one a lot, especially while I'm grappling. If I want to underhook from closed guard, that's the first way I get an underhook, is I'll get inside the lapel and now stiffen them out to where they want to come back into me, and now just pull the elbow in and then switch through and get the underhook from that position. Second way is anytime I want to get the underhook from out here, I will look at cross gripping. Anytime that I cross grip, I can take my other arm in there. Even if they're trying to shed that grip, I don't care. I can bring that arm to me as I switch through and start to break that grip. We can do the same side grip. If I go here to here and I'm pushing our head, pushing our shoulder, I can do the exact same thing, but the big difference with that one is I have to have a thumb down grip. If I have a thumb up grip, I've got to get my entire hand all the way around. If I have a thumb down grip, so thumb towards the hand constitutes thumb down, thumb towards the shoulder is a thumb up grip. If I go here to here, the only way she can shed that grip is to go backwards, and that's what I'm looking for. So once we get a hold of this, again, I want her bladed off to the side of my body. I can hold this. A lot of times I'll just go to the shoulder and I'll get my head on the side that I want to start attacking. From here, you can see she's keeping her arm low to where she can control which way I go. If her hand stays in here, I'm not gonna be able to go behind her. So I mitigate that by pointing my elbow to the ceiling. You can see the higher I take my elbow, the higher I'm taking her elbow. Now her hand is over my shoulder and no longer in here to where she can start whizzing, moving around. So from here, again, I can go there, I can push on her head, whatever. Whenever I'm ready to move, I want her stepping. I'm not gonna go from here, throw the arm up and hope I can hit this leg. She's keeping it away from me for a reason. So I'm gonna make her step a couple times sideways, and then we go here. So you can see once I threw it up, now she's completely perpendicular to me. From here, back hand collects the ham, front hand collects the calf, and then we step in front, or excuse me, we step behind, get her leg in front of us. Again, there's a lot of different ways to finish single leg. For me, I like keeping that hip to hip connection. I don't like breaking connection with the mat. My favorite way is my inside leg that's attached to her hips takes a big reverse lunge, and then I push my head in to where when we come down, I've still got a hold of her leg. I'm not worried about her getting her guard back. If I run the pipe and she falls, she's on the ground, I'm standing, her knees come back in. If I hit an outside trip, gravity is gonna make her rush to the ground. And then I have to pass her knee line, pass her guard. With this one, there's no guard to pass. As soon as you hit that position, my hip's already touching her hips and I have a hold of her leg, so I'm not worried about her re-guarding. So again, we'll get in here, I shoot this, she goes to keep whatever angle she has down here. I'm just looking at pointing my elbow up, but I'm not going here and hoping I can make that big step. I'm gonna make her make that step for me. So from this position, or from this position, whichever, we go that way. Now I go here to here. As soon as I pick it up, again, shelf the calf on my thigh to where she can't start feeding here, where she can't start feeding here and causing a ruckus. I'm keeping it here, I'm shelving it. Inside leg does a reverse lunge, and I look up like I'm trying to look at it. Here to here, down, in, and then shoulder to shoulder contact, looking for my underhook before I ever let go of her hips. And that's the single leg takedown.